we're going to look at the inverse of cotangent, cosecant, and secant. So like tangent, the arc cotangent is limited between 0 and pi, and so then we have our function for arc cotangent here. Now, first, for our inverse cosecant, this one we're just going to go, this is kind of a fun, it's kind of different. So we're just going to be in this little section from 0 to pi over 2, and then here from pi to 3 pi over 2. And that allows us to have a cosecant function that is defined. You know, just have to be really careful with how we go about defining these functions so that the inverse is defined. And these, our secant can only be defined from 0 to pi over 2 and from pi to 3 pi over 2. So these ones are similar, how they're defined. Okay, so let me just show you how this works. Okay, so when I look at a arc secant, what I see is, I'm going to just set this up in terms of what it means to be an inverse function. So what that means is that the secant of x would be equal to 1. Now secant is the reciprocal of cosine. And so then I can take and figure out, well, what's the reciprocal of 1? That's still 1. So cosine of x would be 1. And where on the unit circle do we have an output for cosine of 1? That happens at 0. Okay, perfect. So just again, this helps me to orient myself. All right, so what is cosine talking about again? Remember, that's the x point on a terminal point, and so the angle of 0 corresponds to an x of 0. Okay, moving on. So I have arc cotangent. So defining what the inverse means, that means that cotangent of some x is equal to square root of 3. And then we use the fact that cotangent is a reciprocal function. Okay, and now that would allow us to figure out what tangent is. That would be the reciprocal of 1 over root 3. And we're used to seeing that if we rationalize that denominator as root 3 over root 3, and that, I forgot my little x, that happens twice at pi over 6 and 7 pi over 6. But we go back, and since we were originally evaluating cotangent, so then we need to go in and just think about, am I giving myself a value that's defined for arc cotangent? And okay, and we are with our pi over 6. Okay, so this next one, I have arc cosecant. Okay, so what that means is that the cosecant of x is equal to 1/2. Now cosecant is a reciprocal function. That's 1 over sine x. Okay, and so 1 over sine x is equal to 1/2. That tells me that sine itself would be the reciprocal of 1/2, which is 2, and that is not an output for the sine. Sine only goes up to, the biggest is 1 for y values on the unit circle. All right, I'm going to scoot ourselves up a little bit here. Okay, so let's look at, arc sine of -1. That is 0. So now we're going to be taking the arc tangent of 0. Okay, just as a little reminder, so arc sine, when do we have a y value of 0? That happens at an angle of 0. And then when do I have a tangent that has a value of 0? What angle corresponds to that? That happens at an angle of 0. All right, I'm going to go ahead and evaluate pi over 4, or tangent of pi over 4. That's 1. And now I can take my arc cosine of 1. Okay, and so then that would mean cosine of some x has an output of 1, and that happens, the angle that corresponds to that would be 0. Good. All right, moving on. So arc sine. Okay, what angle has an output of root 2 over 2? That happens at pi over 4. Okay, and then we take the tangent of that, and we get 1. Okay, let's do a few more. So here, I need to think about what angle has an output for cosine that's 1/2. And right here at pi over 3, that corresponds to an x value of 1/2 and a y value of square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so if I'm figuring out what angle gives me an output of 1/2, that would be pi over 3. Okay, so now I'm going to take the sine of that, and that is root 3 over 2. Okay, so we're always just going in and thinking about what's my angle, and then what are the coordinates of that terminal point. Okay, here, arctangent of 4, well, that's defined, that's fine, because arctangent, let's see, tangent goes this way, so arctangent, it doesn't have any restrictions for my input, but because it's not on the unit circle, I'll just pull out my calculator, type all that in, and we get about approximately 0.24. Okay, let's see, cosecant of pi over 6. I don't have that one memorized, but it is on the unit circle, so we need to figure out the exact value here. Okay, let's see, sine of pi over 6, that is 1/2. So it's 1 divided by 1/2, which is 2. So now I'm taking the arc sine of 2, and that does not exist. Done. Okay, I do recommend that you just try on these ones and just see what you can come up with. So on the first one, see if you can go ahead and graph that arc sine. Go ahead and pause, and I'll draw it in as well. Let's see if we agree. Okay, so the blue one is the arc sine, and sometimes for me it's easier because it's just a little easier for me to draw the sine. So if that helps you to get oriented, and then just reflect it across its axis of symmetry. Okay, so there's that one, and now go ahead and try these. All right, so just defining what arc cotangent means, then you would do the reciprocal of cotangent, which gives you your tangent. So you can go through and work this out. The correct answer here is 3 pi over 4. 7 pi over 4 gets eliminated because it's not within the accepted values for arc cotangent. All right, you can try that next one. Okay, so let's see, cotangent or arc cotangent and arc sine, those are only defined within quadrants 1 and 2, and then arc cosine is only defined with from 0 to pi. So for B, that does not exist. Does not exist. And here we would get sine of some angle is negative root 2 over 2. And that happens, you know, within that range, we're needing to go between pi over 2 and, you know, here negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. So we would use negative pi over 4. All right, now let's see, sine of pi over 2, that is 1. So the arc cosine of 1 is 0. And arc sine of 1/2, that corresponds to the angle of pi over 6, and then we're taking the cosecant of pi over 6. Okay, let's figure this one out. Let's see, that would mean that cosecant itself of some angle has an output of pi over 6. Cosecant is a reciprocal function, so 1 over sine is equal to pi over 6, giving us that sine of x is equal to the reciprocal of pi over 6, so that's 6 over pi. Now 6 over pi, that is, that's approximately 1.9, and Sine doesn't go up to 1.9. Sine only goes, the biggest you can get is a 1 for sine. All right, now this one here, if we have 100 pi, and go, around here we're at pi, here we're at 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. So any even multiple of pi, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 100 pi, that just simplifies down to 0. So really this can be much simpler. We're taking the arctangent of the tangent of 0. Arctangent of 0 is 0. Or sorry, tangent of 0 is 0. And arctangent of 0 corresponds to the angle 0. So in this one, the canceling properties work on that, and we're just left with an angle of 0.